Hello and welcome to another week of Beyond the Boundary. I'm Tom.
I'm Nicole.
And this week we'll be talking about international sport. We've got international AFL, international soccer, a couple of other sports. We'll be talking about all those stuff. And right now we've got a story on the International Cup, which our team went and got some shots from and talked to some of the people there.
Very excited to see it.
Let's have a look at that.
How were you first introduced to AFL?
So I first learned about AFL in 2012. And I got introduced to it through a bunch of friends who were part of the Australian Rules Club in Ottawa. And then they brought me in, and all of a sudden, within about 3 practices, were like, "Oh, you're on the squad and you're going to play now." And I was like, I still don't even know what's happening. But yeah, it was just through friends. That's how I learned about it.
Yeah. How had you played any sports previously?
Previously, I played a lot of volleyball and soccer. A little bit of basketball, but not much. But mostly soccer is my background.
How did those, did any of those sort of sports help you make the transition?
I think so, a little bit. There are little bits and pieces from both. Nothing really taught me how to handball well, but particularly in kicking, I felt like I had some idea of what I was doing, but I still had to learn a whole new technique. So it was kind of like starting from scratch, but it didn't take long for the skills to come along.
Yeah. How, is there many clubs around sort of Canada that play each other?
We have different leagues set up in different provinces. So there's a big league in Vancouver and in BC, province of BC. There's a couple of large clubs in Calgary and Edmonton in Alberta. Ontario has a really large league. The men's league in Ontario is one of the largest outside of Australia. My home club, the Ottawa Swans, has a team. Our men's team plays in that league. And there's also a league in Quebec between mostly Montreal and Ottawa, particularly on the women's side. So there's different competitions in different provinces of varying sizes. So we're still growing across, but we've got a lot of different spots playing AFL in Canada.
Yeah, great. Have you been watching much, previously did you watch much AFL and now specifically with the women's league?
I've been watching a lot of the women's league this year. Just seeing the excitement around it and how much attention it got was really, really exciting. I followed it pretty closely because I knew we had a Canadian player, Kendra Heil, who was drafted, she was playing for Collingwood. She unfortunately injured her knee just before the season started, but we were following really closely. I think it's just a wonderful competition, and I think it's a really great way to be growing the sport, so I look forward to watching next season.
Yeah. Did you have any favourite players?
I think one of my favorite players is Sarah Perkins.
Yeah.
I love watching her, and I think she's just amazing.
Yeah. Do you play, where do you play?
I normally play in the forward line, usually forward pocket, but sometimes I get stuck in the back line. I played fullback earlier this season, and it was kind of fun, so. I'm just not the midfield. That's not my favorite spot.
No. I was going to say, with Sarah Perkins, I assumed you were forward.
Yeah.
So, how's the tournament been? Is this your first time?
This is my second time here. I played in 2014 on Canada's development team, and this tournament's going very well for the Northern Lights. We're headed into Saturday's grand final. We're really looking forward to playing at Etihad Stadium, and again facing the Irish for the second time. So this is actually the third time, for the second time since we won in 2014. So it's really exciting, and I think we're just getting game ready for tomorrow and seeing how things play out.
Right. How's the whole tournament compared to last year? Is it much bigger?
It is much bigger. It's really exciting this year to see 8 different women's teams competing. That's actually sort of an increase, I think, of 3 countries from 2014. And it's great to see teams like Pakistan, the European Crusaders here. We're here for the first time, and Great Britain for the first time as well, too, and seeing how those competitions are growing in those countries. I think it's really exciting to see as just for the sport overall, and we're looking forward to seeing how that changes in 3 years from now.
Great. How do you think Canada's sort of in the forefront for women's football outside of Australia?
I think we are. We've got a fairly strong program, and we've got a really strong national program. We're really looking to see what's that pathway for players who are picking up the game in their local clubs, and how they can proceed to represent their country, and then perhaps maybe that leads into training in Australia, participating with the team here, and perhaps a pathway into the AFLW. So we're really focused on seeing how we can develop that sport and give those opportunities to the Canadian players. And I think that's been showing on the field. We've had some really great successes, and I think we're really on our way.
My name's Nomi Qureshi. I'm the team manager for Pakistan Shaheens and the Shaheens Sporting Club. So this is Syed Ariz. He is the communication manager with Shaheens Sporting Club as well. And we've been involved with AFL Pakistan and Shaheens together to put together a team for the AFL International Cup this year, Pakistan Shaheens.
So we started our journey back in 2013 when we participated for the very first time in International Cup 2014. At that time we only had the boys team, so that's how we started. We founded the Shaheens Sporting and Social Club. Moving forward in 2016 we liaised with AFL Pakistan, and this year we have 2 teams participating. Boys team, which comprises of 9 boys from Pakistan, remaining team is from Melbourne, whereas the girls team comprises of 23 girls from Pakistan and 7 from Melbourne. It's kind of like interesting because most of the girls and boys were from Pakistan. They've been introduced to footy only just few months back, but they were training on their own back home through YouTube videos. Few of our players went there, they had training sessions. So when they got here to Melbourne, we tried to gel them together, trying to align all the teams together and come up as one. So it's going pretty good till now.
How has the tournament been going so far?
Look, it's going pretty amazing. As for the girls team, they just scored the first ever goal. So kudos to them. Again, like they didn't have much match practice. They've been learning with each and every game. They've been bringing their game up. As for the boys, they won the game against India last Friday in Bendigo, and we're trying to repeat the same tonight, hopefully.
So for a bit of stats, in the last tournament in 2014, we played 4 games and we won 1 and we lost 3. This tournament, we're playing 5 games, we won 1. Hopefully we win another one today. In goals conceded, in the last tournament, we conceded 66 goals altogether. In this tournament, up till now, we've conceded 23, and 10 of them out of them being in 1 game only. So it's a big improvement from the last tournament as well.
How do you see Pakistan ranked sort of compared to other countries that are here?
Look, looking at the support and the infrastructure we have back home, we've still got a long way to go. Especially from AFL in Pakistan is next to nothing at the moment, but they are still trying. They still got players here. They still got a whole girls team here, which is kudos to them. So you can tell that they've got the efforts, they've got the courage, and they want to come here and play AFL. And we are here to support them as well. So we will work together as one and hopefully improve not only AFL in Pakistan, but Pakistan's performance in undercoat tournaments as well.
At this stage, unfortunately now, so it's just the Shaheens Sporting and Social Club who is managing most of the thing on their own. So we have a panel of coaches who have been with us for the last good 3 to 4 years. So what we've been doing is we've been engaging them on our own with the players from Pakistan and making sure that those who have come here, they learn something good. And once they go back, they gain more experience. And once they come back, hopefully they will come up more strong. Again, it's very primitive at this stage, but the good thing about this game is that this sport has no language. So it's the sports which talks by its own self. And I'm pretty confident and hopeful that once this tournament finishes, these girls and boys, once they go back, they're going to learn a lot. And they're going to be ambassador not just for the game, but for the whole community as well, and to promote the diversity which this game brings in.
We've got big oval grounds, we've got big stadiums back home in Pakistan as well. It's just that how to use them better. So why not play another sport which can interact and engage more youth into the game and in the community as well?
Well, it will always be cricket for years to come, because cricket, it just runs in the blood. But that does not mean that other sports have no space. If you look at the girls and the boys who are here, they've been playing multiple other sports, but they're equally enthusiastic about this game, and they're learning by each and every day. So the future is pretty prospect for them, and I'm really looking forward that in years to come, it will be one of the biggest sports, hopefully. Thank you so very much for having us.
Thank you so much for your time, guys. Appreciate it. Thank you so much.
I'm always so shocked when I hear about other countries playing AFL, like Canada and
Yeah, I had no idea.
Yeah. It's so great, but you never really think about it because you always just think about it in the localized area.
I'd like to think it would become like a bigger thing. And
Yeah, it'd be really
such
cool.
a good sport.
I think
Why
it
not?
was, an AFL Olympics or something like that. Like, get everyone playing it. And now we've got some Just people on the street?
Yeah, we're going to look at people's opinions on and their views on international sports, and yeah, we're going to through to them.
Soccer, I guess? Yeah.
Soccer?
Football.
Soccer.
All your mind.
Probably soccer. Soccer. Probably soccer.
I think it's cricket.
Biggest one's probably football, but I guess because there's a lot of money behind that, it seems to be the most important.
I don't really follow a whole heap of sport, but if I follow the Olympics when it's on, and maybe cricket is probably the other one. Yeah.
AFL?
Depends. I like playing soccer, but I like watching football.
Soccer. I follow NBA.
Rugby, and mainly rugby. Probably because it's easy to access. Like a lot of different countries are able to play it because all you need is a ball and stuff. And you can play it by yourself or with two people.
Well, it just seems that it's very universal. It doesn't require much money. Like hockey is very popular where I'm from in Canada, but it requires a lot of money to buy the equipment. You got to rent the ice time. Soccer is open field. It's easy to play. You just need a ball. You don't even need a bat.
Ya nasıl başlayacağım? Tanzel, on the field, his guidance vocally towards especially the young players, and also off the field, the advice that he gives you can't find anywhere else.
Just him being around motivates the boys just to have someone that's played at a professional level. It gives us insight into what it takes to play that level. He also talks about his experiences, which sort of points us in the right direction when we've had choices to make on and off the field.
Like, he's been there, he's done that, he's played in that professional environment, and he knows what needs to be done to stay at that level. So
he's just an overall great character. I mean, for someone who's played at such a high level, he's still humble, you can have a laugh with him. He's one of the boys in that sense. Even though there is a bit of an age difference and we do respect him as an older brother, you can still sit back and have a laugh with him at the end of the day.
Burada küçük bir kulüpte başladım. Broadmeadow City diye bir kulüpte başladım. 16 yaş gruplarında oynuyorum. Biraz geç başladım bazı çocuklara göre. Ondan sonra gazetede bir ilan vardı. Gazetede ilanı gördük. Buranın, Melbourne'ün en büyük takımında seçmeler vardı. Oraya antrenman için gittik. Antrenmanda bayağı bir yüklü bir sayıda çocuklar vardı. 16 ve 20 yaş aralarında çocuklar vardı. Çok büyük bir şansla bir tek beni seçtiler.
Yanımda yöneticiler de vardı. Tansel sol açık oynuyordu o zaman. Bizim King Street'teki Broadmeadow City'nin sahasında. O zaman 15 yaşında falandı herhalde. Seyrettim ve kendi kanaatime göre iyi bir kumaş, iyi bir futbolcu olacağını hissettim o anda. Futbolu çok temiz ve güzel oynuyordu. Sol ayağını çok iyi kullanıyordu. Hatta o maçtan sonra biz idarecilerden dönerken genç oyuncuları takıma kazandırmak istiyorduk. Ben de dedim yöneticilerden bir tanesi rahmetli oldu şimdi Togay abiye. Togay abi bu futbolcuyu Tansel'e biz transfer edelim dedim. Haftada $250 verelim. O zamanın parasından bu çocuğu alalım biz dedim. Bizim takıma gelsin bu dedim. Çok iyi bir futbolcu olacak ileride. O dedi ki hoca ne yapıyorsun ya ne zaman nasıl veririz biz o parayı filan dedi. Ya vereceksin yarın öbür gün bu sana çocuk çok şey kazandırır dedim kulübe. Olamaz filan dedi. Ben dedim $100 benim haftalığımdan kesersiniz oraya koyarsınız. 150 de siz koyarsınız 250 lira verirsiniz hiç haberi olmasın çocuğun. Yeter ki bize gelsin dedim. O tabii ki benim söylentim ben bir yönetici değilim. Kararı ben vermiyorum. Olmadı. O senenin sonunda South Melbourne takımına gitti. South Melbourne takımının hocası o zaman milli takım hocasıydı. Avustralya milli takım Frank Arok o zaman. Avustralya'ya çok büyük başarılar elde etti ondan, o hocayla. O çocuğu 17 yaşında, 18 yaşında Tansel'i buranın en büyük yüksek ligi o zaman Philips Lig'de direkt oynatmaya başladı. Bizim idareciler ondan sonra çocuğu orada görünce şaşırdılar. Hoca ne yaptık biz? O işte kaçırdık dedim. Ondan sonra bir bakıma da çok seviniyordum yani öyle bir Türk futbolcusunun başarılı olmasını. 2 sene falan oynadı buradan. Milli takıma seçildi 19 yaş milli takımına. Oradan Trabzonspor'a gitti. Orada da oynadı 2 sene. Artık Türkiye hayatından sonra geri döndü.
Tantor Beza, you have just about sealed the game for South Melbourne, son. Absolutely tremendous. South Melbourne have ripped out the heart of the Warriors. Plenty of time left in the game, but really South Melbourne have been playing devastating football the last 10 minutes.
That was absolute world class. What a lovely little chip. He saw that the goalkeeper was off his line and just in the right-hand corner there. Well, what can we say? In a matter of seconds, this game...
Ben orada 16 yaşında ilk maçıma çıktım. South Melbourne bana çok büyük destek verdi. Maddi manevi. South Melbourne'da ben 3 tane şampiyonluk yaşadım. Birisi 97'de, birisi 98'de, üçüncüsü de 2006 yılında yaşadım. Çok güzel günlerim geçti orada. Hayatımın en belki anlamlı günleri oldu. South Melbourne'da oynadım. Gurur vericiydi bir Türk olarak. Belki de bir ilki başarmadım ama belki ikinciydim herhalde. İkinci bir Türk olarak Avustralya milli takımında oynamak çok büyük bir gurur vericiydi. Çok anlam vericiydi. Yani ben çünkü burada doğdum, büyüdüm. Buranın ekmeğini yedim. Onun için de bu ülkeyi temsil etmek benim vazifemdi. Avustralya milli takımında kamplara gittim. Gençler Dünya Kupası'nda oynadım 1999'da Malezya'da. Kazandıktan sonra South Melbourne'da 97-98'de o zamanın hocası Gordon Mill'di, İngiliz hocası. Bana da yakın birisiydi çünkü İngilizce konuşabileceğimiz bir insandı. Gittik oraya Trabzonspor'a. 1 hafta veya 1,5 hafta, 10 gün falan orada kaldık. Her gün antrenman yaptık. Hatta bazen çift antrenman yaptık günde, sabah akşam. Orada tesislerde kaldık ve nitekim beğenildik. Ama transferde pürüz çıktığı için tekrar Avustralya'ya geri dönmek zorunda kaldım. Avustralya'da ikinci şampiyonluk sezonumuzda bir 6 ay oynadıktan sonra transfer ücretinde kararlaştırmışlardı. Ve 1999'un 1. ayın 1'inde Trabzonspor'a imza atmıştım. United, Melbourne, Victoria eyaletinde 3. ligde oynuyoruz. 1987'den beri takımımız. Ben bu takıma 5 yıl önce gelmiştim. Biraz yaşım geçmiş olmasına rağmen yardımcı olmaya çalışıyorum. Elimden gelen şeyi yapmaya çalışıyorum. Bu sene 30. yılımız. Ya gençlere eğer futbolcu olmak istiyorlarsa çok çalışmalarını tavsiye ediyorum. Türkiye'de oynadığım zaman o günleri anlatmaya çalışıyorum, zorlukları. Yani antrenmanlara da bazı şeyleri tavsiye etmeye çalışıyorum. Nasıl oynanacak, nasıl yapılacak diye. O tür şeylere bilgi vermeye çalışıyorum yani. Eğer bir şeye başarı vurmak istiyorsanız, bir şeyle başarı almak istiyorsanız çok çalışmanız lazım. Bazı şeyleri önemsemememiz lazım.
For South Melbourne, Baiser now, could it be two? Chipping the keeper, yes it's 2-0! Tanzil Baiser, you have just about sealed the game for South Melbourne, son. Absolutely tremendous! South Melbourne have ripped out the heart of the Warriors.
Tom, what a great story that was.
Yeah, so interesting.
Yeah.
So it would be so great to have a coach like that who had
It definitely would motivate.
been at such
Motivate you, yeah.
if he'd been at such a high level and he knew where you had to be and what you had
Yeah,
to do to
and at least
maintain it.
he's been there and he's been through it all.
Yeah.
He's kind of like there to support them through everything he went through
Yeah,
as well, which
absolutely. In all aspects of that, in a way, yeah. That was great to see. Yeah,
Mm.
definitely. And awesome to see kind of how he was talking about being. I think he was the second Turkish Australian to play for the Socceroos, and
Yeah.
so great to see that. And he was talking about how soccer is growing in Australia and how he's trying to kind of help that, and I think that's really cool. Yeah.
It's really important too.
Yeah,
Great.
absolutely. And what a great show we've had. That
It
wraps
really
the show
was.
up.
Sadly, it does. But you know, there's more next week. and
Absolutely.
stay tuned, everybody. Hope you join us next week. I'm Nicole.
I'm Tom.
Thank you for watching.
See you next week.